Listen, I want people to understand something. And this is a promise I made to myself. I will never promote any Bronx drill music where you dissing the dead. I love and learned to love Bronx drill music because of the brother Five God that I was rocking with. I loved his music. He made Black Lives Don't Matter and certain other things. I loved that brother music. He was one of the first drill rappers that I ever wanted to see win. And if me and him didn't have a fallout, he would have been sitting right here with me on this camera, the same way he did with Math Hoffa. We don't deal with each other no more. But his music, I loved his music. And my whole thing is that you can make drill music without dissing the dead. You don't have to disrespect somebody's crying mother. Like, I tell you right now, to the mother of Dennis Taplin in Boston Secor, when I did what I did, when me and Eric Bennett did what we did, we was young and we was surrounded, and all we knew was how to be wolves. The dudes we was beefing with was way older outside of Javon. Dennis Taplin was 28 years old when he died. I just turned 18. We ain't have no business beefing. I pray that the family could forgive me for killing that man. I don't never want to disrespect that man. All I knew was that I had to fight for my life.
Did you bear the burden of knowing that you took someone else's life?
I bear the burden of knowing that there's about 100 dudes that looked up to me that took lives after me. This is why I fight so hard to stop the message that's being sent out by these ignorant rappers. Some of these rappers done had bodies drop over their beefs and got dudes sitting in jail and ignore the fact, and it's like you don't feel no sympathy because you still got to sell this image that's destroying the black community. Everybody sells death to the black community and then move out into poverty and then leave the next generation of kids to figure this shit out. Nobody really gives a fuck about these children because if they did, all of these dead rappers, where's the Stop the Violence movement? Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction.
Have you ever reached out to the family of the people?
You know what? This is the first time that I've actually reached out on a large-scale platform, and this is what I use. All I need is one mic. I use my mic. Everything that I said, if I said anything to offend anybody, then forgive me for my lower self. But if I said anything that could save a life, know that that comes from God. Judgment day is coming. Don't think that you got to die to go through hellfire. We've been living in hell our whole lives, and the consequences of our acts cause us to go to hell, cause the penitentiary. If you eat a pizza and a hamburger, you get acid reflux. Acid reflux leads to cancer. That is the beginning of hell. Behind every action, there is a reaction. They don't teach us this. If most children was taught simple things in life, if you eat this mixed with that, you're going to be looking for some Tums. You're going to have an upset stomach. Most of us know that we can't, oh, you lactose tolerant? You ain't drinking no milk before you go to work and you got to ride on the train for 45 minutes? Why is this not being taught to our children? The facts of life. You take the good, you take the bad. Where's the facts of life at? Now all we see is jostling. Somebody sent me a video where a female was like doing UFC style and slammed another female, and I'm like, yo, is this what y'all showing our daughters?
Yeah.
I remember looking at Nas, and he made that song to my father with daughters, talking about how his daughter put a picture up on the internet.
Yeah, he got a song. Yeah, the song's called Daughters.
Right, father with your daughters. Then I looked at me arguing with my baby mother about my child just wearing a sports shirt. I come from an era like, if she like, listen, you put pictures up on your Instagram with them on a water park, a beach. If you're not in appropriate area, you know what I mean? At least You know what I mean? Be in that appropriate place. You see what I'm saying? And this is my thing, right? This is my thing right there. We raising our child together. She's raised with mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy is raising her together. We a team. Like little things, like we like it's like as parents, right? She done been through some shit, right? I done been through some shit. Nobody taught us how to heal ourselves. And as a matter of fact, like there's certain people like, yo, everybody's interviewing these sucker ass celebrities.
Yeah.
Try interviewing the hood. If you sat back and you talked to Lily about what she was raised with and how she went through, she'd be laughing at my life. Because we went through similar things. And she had to study the DMS-5 and learn where she was broken and where she was doing this and she was doing that. She learned, like, psychologically, she learned the label of what they call us and our illnesses as the black community. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, even still, we had to heal ourselves and still be parents of our children.
Wow.
As a female, she got taken advantage of by her stepdaddy. As a male, Africa Bambaataa, I am the child of hip-hop. When niggas tell me that I can't talk about hip-hop, the first father, the godfather of hip-hop, ruined my life and saved me at the same time. In order for me, people got to understand something. When I say I love Africa Bambaataa, it's not that I love what they try to make him out to be my boyfriend. That was my dad, despite what he did to me. It hurts me to see me have to destroy him, but to keep him from feeding off of the flesh of little boys, I have to slay him. Because all them real niggas around him ain't doing it. The Mickey Bensons, who was Fat Joe's manager at one point in time, and others, Ice-T's manager at one point in time. You don't never hear none of these dudes. Ice-T, Fat Joe, like, I love Ice-T. All of these dudes, like, they grew up, this is my family, the first family of hip-hop. I remember I tried to rob Queen Latifah. She must have felt it. She was in front of my building looking for Bam in Bronx River, and she was on a motorcycle. I was getting ready to get her. She rolled off to the other side of Bam. We was getting ready to get her. We ain't give a damn. We was foul. I was just as foul as you young niggas too. I was going to rob Queen Latifah. I remember me and Agard, may he rest in peace, we was going to rob Timberland and in Missy. They must have felt it. They jumped in the car, blew it off. I remember I was going to rob the singer Joe. Shout out to Joe. I was in Harry's Triangle. And me and one of my big brothers, me and Big F was in Harry's Triangle. We was sizing the nigga up. That nigga looked, he felt the energy, he blew it. Like, it's so many niggas I did get, though. I got a history. We'll talk about that later. It is what it is. I come from the streets. This is Poppy from Bronx River, not Hassan Campbell. Actually, it's both. Because I'm not Poppy from Bronx River no more until you approach me the wrong way with your entourage and you think you're going to put hands and feet and dance on me, and then you realize, like, hold up, he hit him in the head with the head shot. Hit him in the leg with the leg shot. I'm a little retarded when it comes to violence, nigga. I don't want to be violent. I don't want to brag about being violent, but it's like that nigga in the movie where he told you he got a special set of skills. Before you raise your fist and hit me, I'm going to blow your face off with my fake gun.